So at the risk of embarrassing or pissing off all of my fellow poets in the room, and maybe around the world, who've committed to a life of indefinite unbridging, the story of who we be as a people when we dare to belong looks like a story of a brick that dreams of becoming a waterfall. The story of who we be when we belong sounds like a name difficult to pronounce on the tongue, but held in the mouth of a new beholder like a pearl of great price. The smallest bridge between two human spirits often starts as a hyphen. Y'all ever sat at a table with a total stranger who sits figuratively on the other side of a dividing line? This is not rhetorical. Yes, okay. Same. Maybe they're dressed in something that's like culturally slightly inappropriate and you're secretly judging them, doing all the wrong things. But you decide to engage. You haven't checked out. You're listening. And at some point, whether it's symbolic or literal, you hear singing. Usually it's sinking. Whichever they're doing, you've come face to face with one of life's most abundant yet underutilized resources in the world. It is the sound of the authentic. And for a second, the locked fist inside your chest opens a millimeter. It reaches across the table towards the shade of its own long-lost humor and heartbreak. We are let's be real. We're in crazy times, yes? Like we could be all poetic about it, yeah? Shit's crazy. Arundhati Roy calls it the portal to change. Some call it the gateway between this world and the next. Others say the earth is screaming from collective horror and exhaustion. The old structures of power would rather destroy us before surrendering to a new beginning. And the kids are now on TikTok freaking dancing to Friendly Fire. But it's all good. Because doesn't it feel good to have a general like that? And somewhere in a room, we hear a clap or a chorus. Because in a moment like this, and I know folks have come from all over the world, so no shade, no tea. Thank you for being here. But also, in a moment like this, to bridge and belong, where ancestors remind us that our unbound grief can move mountains, to bridge into a world where we love our neighbors who pray to different gods, or maybe just overwater their lawns. It doesn't really matter. To do that is really hard. But y'all, I'm a poet. Any poets in the house? All four of us, let's go. I love this for us. But I'm a poet, and this is all I have ever done, is take the hand of language and speak something sweet into the ear of great grief. Y'all ready? I'm gonna say we be a story, and y'all are gonna say it back. It's very, very simple. We be a story. 4 words. We be a story. We be a story. No, like in unison. Try it again. We be a story. We be a story. We be a story of a love so brave that it braids a bridge across currents of shame and silence. We be a story of a love. Yes, we be a story. Okay. Wow, y'all are really on it today. Okay, let's do that. Every time I don't know, we're improvising now. Every time you hear me say we be a story, y'all say we be a story. Let's try this again. We be a story. Of a love so brave that it braids a bridge over trouble, to a city where we've cleansed ourselves of the sky of stories that says that we are better off divided. There, all the sanctuaries disrupt the mythical parable that promises safety in our separateness. There, we pray in all the ways humans have ever prayed, for justice and joy, stories of solidarity, for freedom, like the radical friendship of Wong Kim Ark and Frederick Douglass, when we dared to belong. And I promise you, I get it, it's really hard to do. Social media, all the things. But when we dare to reveal deep traditions colliding with unlikely friendships. We cross the dividing line, cross the dividing line, cross the dividing line, cross the dividing line, past the cipher, past the hoops and the dancers, where the bridge bends into a circle. There, like Gertrude and Tommy said, where there are no firsts, where there are no lasts, there's no beginning and there is no end. On the middle of the map of humility and human spirit, where father and daughter have forgiven themselves of the secret hope that their paths could have been any different. On the bridge where your lover stays when they want to walk away. Where the peacemakers, the healers, the restorers, the storytellers are at last at the center of all things beautiful to us and resourced. Here we give thanks for the breaking that brings out the human and the hyphen, the heaven and the other. In the world we are becoming, the one we are creating, each of us in this room, we get to be soft and silent by choice. In the world we are creating, the one I know that lives in this room, we lay down our guns. And for once, the woman with skin like gold filigree, she feasts first while the rice is still hot and the army stew is rich and meat when the moonshine is cold and the clay pot steams. Let us speak something so good into the ear of great grief. Let us remake those aisles that have told us to divide. Let's move, maybe like not always in lockstep because people are crazy, but maybe we can move with a shared vision, the same way flesh moves with bone, the way teeth speak with tongue to say something sweet about a place, a home, a city, where every heart that's been broken by the world at last is made whole.